Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware. And yeah, they got mulch and they are moving it around. Mulch of all different colors to make sure that your yard is the best looking yard in the neighborhood. 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon. The phone number there is 631-756-1125. The website, omnitruevalue.com. And you can see the front loaders. You saw the dump truck before moving all the mulch around. Plus, they got gravel, topsoil, and more. So head over there and support your local businesses this spring. And speaking of spring, we saw the best of spring last week, and now we're seeing probably the worst of spring this week for the most part. And we're starting it off with a gloom and doom scenario, as I like to put it. Just means that we're sitting in clouds much of the time, and of course we're dealing with occasional rounds of showers. There is an upper low that is sitting in eastern Ohio that is moving slowly to the east-southeast, and it will pass by to our south and offshore. That's going to keep things raw and cloudy all day today and also for tonight. It's also going to mean for occasional showers, and we are seeing them on the radar. Nothing really covering a whole lot of geography. A lot of the shower activity is scattered around. We'll see it increase as the day goes on. Most of the showers that are offshore are actually moving toward the northwest, and that's because they're rotating around the upper low. And if you follow the radar streaks, you can actually see here in terms of the overall flow, that the influence of all of this runs all the way back up into the northern plains, because there's another upper low that is going to be developing, and that one is going to come down later this coming week. So the one day this week that we really get a chance to have some sunshine, I think, is going to be for tomorrow, Tuesday, when we'll be in between the two systems. Meanwhile, as far as severe weather is concerned today, we do have a slight risk of severe weather in parts of southwest and central Texas, extending that marginal risk into southern Oklahoma. But severe weather this week is going to be on the quiet side, a little small area of marginal risk tomorrow in southeastern Louisiana. And then after that, as we move on to day 3 and beyond, other than general thunderstorms, we don't really see anything with regards to any kind of serious severe weather outbreaks. Now, we could use rain. Certainly, a widespread rain would be a good thing, particularly for some areas in upstate New York, which have been just absolutely bone dry. And we're looking at rainfall amounts concentrated in parts of the Hudson Valley, the middle and lower Hudson Valley, into southwest Connecticut, over Long Island, down into central New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. This area could wind up getting about 1.5 inches or more of rain when you spread it out over the entire week. This is not all going to come in one shot. Also seeing some rains of 3 inches or more across the Gulf states. And because we have this blocking pattern, storm tracks are much further to the south, so that's creating wet weather down along the Gulf Coast from Louisiana on over into Florida and then back into Texas. So you see that concentration of heavier rains in southeast Louisiana and southern Mississippi and on up into southern Alabama. So going through the next couple of days, again, today with the upper low and a surface low that's developing offshore, we've got a high to the north. So obviously we have an east wind that's going to keep temperatures down. Showers will continue into tonight, but by tomorrow morning, they're mostly gone. And I think Tuesday turns out to be a pretty nice day. The onshore flow relaxes a bit. And then Wednesday, we start to see that next upper low coming down southeast. And this is going to form a low off the Virginia coast sometime Wednesday night. And that low is going to pivot around and move, get pinned back to the northwest for Thursday into Friday. And in fact, because the upper low that's coming down is so strong, would not be a shocker if parts of elevated areas in upstate New York, maybe even in the Catskills, western New England, could wind up seeing some wet snow out of this. And we're talking about elevations above, mostly above 1,500 and 2,000 feet. Once the upper low from the Great Lakes moves out offshore, we will see improvement, but that may not happen until sometime on Saturday. We're still seeing a little bit of precip left late Friday night, early Saturday morning along the coast, but I think Saturday we'll see genuine improvement and the low finally pulls away. And I'm thinking we're going to have a nice, albeit cool weekend. And as far as temperatures are concerned for today, it's going to be a struggle today with regards to highs. We are probably going to see temperatures that are going to have a tough time getting much above where they are this morning, mostly upper 40s and low 50s. You head down a little bit further to the south, where they're south of the frontal boundary, and you're seeing 60s down into Maryland and northeastern Virginia and kind of poking into southern Pennsylvania for this afternoon. Tuesday is going to be a bit warmer. Well, we should make it into the low 60s in most places. 50s along the coast. The south and east facing shorelines will have some trouble with getting above the 60-degree mark. And Wednesday, actually the first part of Wednesday could see some sunshine, in which case we should make it up into the 60s, but then we start to get into the clouds and rain. And I think the models may be too warm with this for Thursday and for Friday. These highs will probably be left over from Wednesday night, and then temperatures on Thursday and on Friday will probably be more like today. In fact, it may even be a little bit lower than that, particularly low north of the low center, where you could see temperatures having a tough time and staying in the 40s much of the time for Thursday into Friday. And then, as we said, after that, weather conditions should improve. Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue, 631-756-1125. They are in West Babylon on Long Island, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. So try to stay positive in this gloom and doom pattern. The Joe and Joe Weather Show will help you stay positive tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time, so be sure to tune in for that, and we'll see you later.